Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we have the third deck from this series where we talk about what to stop for each of the meta deck and what to take note for them. And if you are enjoying this so far, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below as well, hit the notification bell for the latest video, and join our Discord channel for more discussion. And if you have some interesting replay, do not hesitate to submit it to the channel for our viewers to take a look. And it's not that complicated, you just need to provide me with your ID, your deck list and your opponent deck list through the link below, and you do not have to do any recording yourself. So really encourage everyone to submit in and to showcase some of your nice replays. And yeah, onward to the video. And today we will be talking about Zoodiac Tri-Brigade. I think one of the more meta decks since before Sword Soul Tianyi as well. And I think one of the main reasons is because it's a very consistent deck. You just need one card to bring out either of your combo. So actually Zoodiac Tri-Brigade has two sets of combo. One is from Tri-Brigade itself, and then one is from Zoodiac itself. And I won't say Zoodiac one is a combo, it's mainly just bringing out your Zoos after that, which I'll explain a bit more. Okay, so the general concept of this deck is, for the Tri-Brigade part at least, you banish your graveyard to do your link summon. So all Tri-Brigade monster has an effect that banish X number or Beast, Wing Beast, Beast Warrior card from your graveyard to link to special summon a monster special summon a link monster from your extra deck. But do take note that for monster that is special summon using this effect, it's not considered as properly summoned, so you can't monster reborn back those cards that's being summoned this way, which actually is a good thing when you play against this deck. Although I don't think it affects them that much since they don't really need that to bring it back. Yeah. And then after they banish it, they can actually recycle their banished monster with their trap, which I'll explain in a bit. Yeah, so this is the general concept of this deck, and then they after that will just swarm your field and then banish your card and then do a OTK 8k damage. Yeah. So how do they do that OTK? So these are some of the cards to take note when fighting with Tri-Brigade. I think there's a lot of cards, so let me try to run through them. So first thing is of course your Fractal. Fractal itself helps to fill up your graveyard. So if you see a fire formation tanky, don't Ash Blossom that card. You wait for this card to be added to the hand. Well, why you do that is because maybe he already has a Fractal, and you doing that, you ashing his fire formation doesn't stop his combo. So it's always better to ash the Fractal instead. So once it tries to, its effect is, you can discard this card or send this card from the face-up field to the graveyard to send another Tri-Brigade card to the graveyard. And this itself will actually fill up the graveyard very fast. And it's best to Ash Blossom this card if you can, without knowing like what other cards it has. Just Ash this card. That's my instant go-to. And how it fills up the graveyard is, once it sends one card to the graveyard, so usually it will either send Kid or Neville. Kid itself, once it's entered the graveyard, it can send one more. So then it will send the bird. The bird itself, when it sends the graveyard, can add one card to the hand, where then you will actually get your I think it's called Karas. Yeah, Karas. Okay, why do they do that is because if let's say they can normal summon Fractal out and use its effect to banish, after banishing, if let's say you negate it with Effect Veiler, he can still use Karas effect to special summon itself to do a second effect to attempt to special summon a link monster. So that is why these two cards are something that you want to take note. So in order to totally stop them, you need to stop both of them, or at least make sure that you stop the one that you think is more significant. So maybe the first one you don't, and then you stop the second one. Yeah, so either that your focus is really just these two. Although these two it also has an effect to do the special summon, but most of the time is these two cards that will be on the field to do the special summon from extra deck. Yeah. Then next thing I will say is, this trap itself is one of the more irritating card out in the game, because it actually brings back your banished monster. And assuming if let's say they already use up some of the monster here to get banished to use the effect, they can actually just use the trap card to bring back your banished monster, and then they will be appear in the graveyard to be used as the banished material for the next turn. So this card will usually summon out Shurek. Shurek is this card which allows the opponent to banish one card on the field, even your own. And it doesn't target, and then once it's come out, effect will just straight away trigger unless you gamma it. Yeah. So this is really very strong, because firstly it doesn't target, so you there's no, your opponent you can't actually chain any card on top of it, because if you use up a trap, your opponent just has to negate something else instead of that trap. So this card I would say is really very strong. And once it goes inside the graveyard, you can actually add one of the 3 types to your hand. But that's not the main problem. The main problem is actually because it had activate the trap, you actually, let's say if they summon out these 4 cards out, they will all trigger its enter graveyard effect again. So Kid itself will send one more, and then the Veil will add another Tri-Brigade card to your hand. So that's why how they get back all their resources, and then they can restart the combo again during their turn. So that's one of the irritating part for the trap. So one way is to negate the trap or make sure they don't get out the trap. Yeah, I'll explain a bit later how they usually get out the trap. Okay, next for Utopia Draco Future. This part is the Zoodiac part of the combo if they are going first. Because with just one Zoodiac card, they can actually bring out Draco Future very easily. So it's either you stop the Zoodiac from special summoning out, or you just have to let them get out this card. And if you don't have a card that that remove monster without destroying them, I think that's good luck to you, because this card cannot be destroyed by battle or card effect. So you have to find a good way to destroy this card. Okay, just now I was talking about how did they get the trap. So there's this Link 2 monster which they usually get the trap from. If this Link 2 monster is sent from the field to the graveyard, they can actually add one Tri-Brigade spell trap, which they will usually get the trap to their hand. Although they need to put back one card, but then getting out the trap is the main thing here. And then they also have this Blossom here, which is an extender. So remember earlier on I'm talking about if you stop these 2 cards, you can actually stop the combo quite well. But then again, if they manage to get out the Blossom, they have actually one more summon. So if they really get this card out and they summon one more Tri-Brigade monster, you need to stop them for the 3rd time. And if you don't, the rest of their combo will be out again. So this is one of the reasons why this deck is so consistent and is one of the top meta even until now. Even when Sword Soul Taming is out, it's still quite strong. And then next we have the Zoodiac part. Zoodiac part mainly I would say is take note of these 2 cards. One is Dryden. Dryden itself will destroy one card on the field. And usually they want to get this card out first to destroy something on the field. And then they will then go into Ball Bow, yeah, to do a direct attack. So that once the exit monster attacks, then it can go into your AA Zeus. And because Zoodiac itself has an effect, so if you read here, once per turn you can also exit summon this card by using one Zoodiac monster. So it can actually keep stacking on top of each one another to bring out a Zeus with maybe like 4 material or even 6 material. And I think Zeus is no stranger to anyone. It can actually detach 2 material and send everything else on the field to the graveyard. And it's not once per chain, so it can actually chain on top of one another to clear the field. So this is a very strong card, which especially Pendulum Magician, we hate it because it doesn't help us to trigger our destruction effect. It's just send. Yeah. So mainly these are the cards to take note for Tri-Brigade. I think it's a lot, but so what are some of the ways to what are the general concept to stop the deck? So firstly, you have to stop the graveyard from filling up. That is why you should try to as much to Ash Blossom the Factory as possible. It doesn't totally stop because they can still find ways to discard, but that is if they have another way to send more cards to the graveyard. Then another is to prevent AA Zeus from coming out, you stop the exit monster from attacking. So stuff like Ottergeist Kunkuri, it actually negates the attack, which then it won't be able to bring out Zeus after that. Or just mainly when they go into battle phase, before they attack, just destroy away their Ball Bow or their exit monster from attacking, then they won't be able to bring out the Zeus. And also lastly, I find that this is one of the more this is a better way, but I'm pretty sure it's pretty hard to stop the trap, but it's really to stop them from getting out the trap or even negate the trap itself. Because the trap to me is the most irritating part. It actually help recover the resources, they actually banish one card and actually put out a big stick monster on the field. So if you can get away the trap, stop the trap, prevent the trap from happening, that would be the best. And okay, some of the main cards to stop the deck, I would say mainly is your Infinite Imperm and Effect Veiler. So stuff that stops them from special summoning from the extra deck is very strong here. And yeah, of course these 2 is one of the 2 main cards that you that can stop them. And then I put in Ghost Bell because Ghost Bell itself stops the trap. So because the trap itself special summon from the graveyard to the field, with Ghost Bell you actually negate the trap effect. I think that's why more and more people has been playing Ghost Bell in this meta, and it sorts a lot like Eldritch, your I think Hero as well, Destiny Hero DPE, and then there's other cards like there's quite a number of cards. And lastly, one card that's totally stopped them is actually Artifact Lancia. Lancia effect is you once you discard from your hand and it resolve, no one else can banish card that turn, which is the one of the main thing for this deck. Because this deck, everything requires them to banish. With these 4 monsters, their main thing is to banish card from the graveyard to special summon. So Lancia will totally stop this deck. If this is something that you hate going against and you're playing a best of 3, do consider adding this to your side deck. It actually helps a lot. Yeah. So that's it for this Tri-Brigade, this series where I talk about this meta deck. So if there's any other deck that you like me to talk about, do comment below as well. Or if there's something else that you think everyone should take note when playing this deck, do comment down below as well. This is really not a foolproof way to play against the deck, but what are some of the things that you think as a player should take note of this deck? Just comment it down below to help each other out here. Yeah. So if you're enjoying this so far, don't remember to like, subscribe, comment down below, hit the notification bell, and also join our Discord channel for more discussion. And I'll see you guys in the next video.